Good morning, Rio Grande Elementary third graders. It's Monday, and we're going to be taking at our lesson on multiplication with arrays. So, if you could, please make sure you have a piece of paper, pencil, and your math book. So, we are going to be looking at lesson 4-2, and we are going to be on pages 102 and 103 today. So let's go ahead and get started. We have an example at the top that helps us understand or give us another idea about multiplication arrays. So you will know, and we've talked about, an array shows objects in equal rows. So again, that key word being equal. So if this did not have the same number in row, we would not be able to write a multiplication sentence for this model. So we see that we have 4 rows, and there are 5 in each of the rows. So it says, in this case, Dana keeps her entire CD collection in a holder on the wall. The holder has 4 rows, and each, clue word there being each row holds 5 CDs. What we want to find out is how many CDs are in Dana's collection. So if I were doing this on my assignment, I would make sure to write an answer statement based on my question, which is how many CDs are in Dana's collection. So I would say Dana's collection has blank CDs because, and then we would go ahead and answer, and we would explain our thinking. Now, to explain our thinking, we could go to our next model and we could say, since there are 4 rows and 5 CDs in each row, we could add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, or we could say that that's 4 rows with 5 in each row, which would give us a total of 20 CDs in all. So now let's take a look at the assignment. We have number 1 and 2 ask us to write a multiplication sentence for each array. So if we write a multiplication sentence, our first factor tells us how many rows there are. There's 2 rows, and there are 4 in each row. So we could say that this is 2 rows of 4. And again, please don't write in your book. This is going to be on a piece of paper, but I'm going to just show you here so that we can have an idea of what our problems look like. In number 2, we have 5 rows. So there are 5 rows of, and there are 1, 2, 3 in each row. Oh, and I guess we do need to put our product here, and that would be 8, because 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. And we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And that is going to be equal to 15. So I would like for you to write sentences to go along with these so that we still get that understanding. We're using repeated addition to help us with our multiplication. So please go ahead and write an addition sentence to go with your problems that ask for a multiplication sentence for each array, which would include 7, 8, and 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 as well. So in number 5, it says, look at the example above, which was our CD collection, It says, what does the first factor in the multiplication sentence tell you about the array? Well, we can go back over here and revisit our understanding of what the first factor. Remember, the first number in our multiplication equation is going to be called a factor, and in this case, it tells us the number of rows or a number of groups, depending on if how they're arranged. Please make sure you also include an answer statement for that as well. Okay, so number 15, 16, and 17 are looking at two different expressions. Remember, an expression is a number sentence without an equal sign. So we have two expressions here, and we are going to use a greater than, less than, or equal symbol to compare these two expressions. Same thing for number 16 and for number 17. You will also notice that it says use counter or draw arrays to help you. You would also probably want to also do repeated addition sentences also as well. On 18, 19, 20, and 21, please make sure and pay attention to what they're asking you to do. And here it says, how does an array show equal groups? Well, think about what the groups are in this particular case. In our last lesson, we talked about groups. In this case, our groups are considered what? The rows, correct. So use that understanding to help you answer that question. And also for 20, 21, and 22, please go ahead and write answer statements for those, which means I want you to restate what you're looking for in each of the different problems. So Margot has 23 pictures. Can she use all the pictures to make an array with exactly 2 equal rows? Why or why not? So you would say, yes, Margot can use all the pictures to make an array, because if you, and then explain what you know or why she cannot do that. So that's your assignment for today. I look forward to seeing your responses for this, and let's keep doing our mathematics. Have a great Monday afternoon.